Everybody stand. Okay, kindly arrange your chairs properly and please pick up some pieces of papers under your chairs. Okay, fix yourself. Before we start our class, let's have our prayer first. Prayer leader, kindly lead us a prayer. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Good morning, class. Okay, you may now take your seat. How are you today? Are you all okay? Did you eat your breakfast? Oh, it's nice to hear that. Class secretary who is absent for today? None? Oh, very good. No one is absent for today. Okay, so before we start, let me remind you of our classroom rules. Okay, so this is our classroom rules. Okay, everyone, please read our classroom rules. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so what was our last topic last meeting? It's all about? Yes? Okay, very good. Okay, thank you for that. Okay, so our last topic was all about, again, exact values of circular functions and solving triangles. Okay, so again, what is a trigonometric ratios? Anyone? Yes? Okay. Okay, thank you for that idea. Okay, so again, trigonometric ratios are the mathematical relations found in the measurements of sides and angles of a right triangle. So those are the SOHCAHTOA. Okay? Okay, so today we have a new lesson, but before we proceed to our new lesson, let's have an activity first. Okay, so our first activity is called Angles in action. Okay, so I will show you a picture and you must observe it. Okay? Okay. So these are the pictures. First picture. What is this picture? It is? Mm-hmm. Okay, it is a lighthouse and a boat. How about the second picture? What is this picture? This is? Okay, very good. This is a seismograph wave. How about the third picture? What is this picture? Okay, very good. This is an airplane flying through the clouds. Okay, so what do you notice about these images? Based on your observations about the pictures? Yes? Okay, all of them involve angles. What else? Direction and course movements. Okay, so the angles, direction, and movements based on the picture represents a wave and lines. Okay? Okay, so how do these relate to waves or angles? Yes? Okay, thank you for your idea. Okay, so the height and distance form angles that can be measured using what? Yes, using a trigonometry. Okay, so how can we find unknown angles in such situations? What do you think? Anyone? Yes? Okay. Okay, very good. Okay. By using inverse trigonometric functions, which helps us find the angle when we already know the trigonometric ratio. So we can say that trigonometric ratio is very important, right? Okay. So today, to better understand our next topic or in our new lesson, let's proceed to our next activity. Okay, so our next activity is called Find My Match. Okay, so I will distribute cards randomly. After that, you move around to find your correct match. Okay, listen everyone. Some of you got the cards, right? Okay, so keep that cards. Okay, so you will find your match, okay? So once a pair finds each other, you will go in front of the class and state aloud, okay, for example, we are a match because sine raised to negative 1 times 1/2 is equal to 30 degrees. Okay? Understood? Do you have any question or clarification about our activity? Okay, none so far. Okay. Mhm. Let's start. Find your match. Are you done? Okay. Okay, so first match. Where is the match of sine theta is equal to 1/2? Okay, where's the match? Okay, please go in front and state why is it you are matched. Okay. Okay, so is it correct? Is their match correct? Okay, it's correct. The match of sine theta equals 1/2 is, okay, arc sine times 1/2 is equal to 30 degrees. Okay. Okay, thank you so much. Next match. Where is the match of cosine theta equals square root of 3 over 2? Okay, please come here in front and state why is it you are matched. Okay, is it correct? Yes, it's correct. The match of cosine theta equals square root of 3 over 2 is arc cosine square root of 3 over 2 equals 30 degrees. Okay, thank you so much. Next match. Where is the match of tan theta equals 1? Okay, please come here in front and state why is it you are matched. Okay. Hmm? Is it correct? Is their match correct? Okay, it's correct. So the match of tan theta equals 1 is arc tan 1 or the arc tangent 1 equals 45 degrees. Okay, very good. Next match. Where is the match of sine theta equals square root of 2 over 2? Okay, please come here in front and state why is it you are matched. Okay, very good. Okay, so the match of sine theta equals square root of 2 over 2 is arc square root of 2 over 2 equals 45 degrees. Okay, so thank you so much everyone. Okay, you may now go back to your seats. Okay, so I have a question for you. First question. What did you notice during the activity? What do you notice? Yes? Okay, very good. Each trigonometric ratio corresponds to a specific angle. Okay, next question. Okay, very good. Thank you for that idea. Next question. How do inverse trigonometric functions differ from regular trigonometric functions? What do you think? Yes? Okay. Thank you so much for that idea. Okay, so regular ones finds the ratio, while the inverse ones find the angle. Okay, did you really notice that? Okay, very good. Next, why restrict the domains of trigonometric functions? What do you think? Yes? Okay. Okay, that's correct. To make them one-to-one and allow them to have inverses. Okay, very good. Nice idea. Okay, so based on our activities, what do you think is our lesson for today? What do you think about angles? Next, distances, measurements, movements. Okay, thank you for that idea. Okay, so our lesson for today is all about the inverse trigonometric functions. Okay, so based on your idea or based on your own perspective and understanding, what comes in your mind when you hear the word inverse trigonometric functions? I know that you already know what is a trigonometric functions, but what is an inverse trigonometric functions? Yes? Do you have any idea? Okay. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so before we proceed to our discussion this morning, let's have our learning objectives first. Everyone, please read our learning objectives. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so recall that if we have a function f, then where x is mapped to y, and another function if we have function g, where y is mapped to x. So we can say that the function g is the inverse of function f, right? Okay, so let's proceed to our new lesson. Okay, so we have here inverse sine function. Okay, so what is inverse sine function? The inverse sine function, also called arc sine, is the function y equals arc sine x with domain -1 and 1 and range -pi/2 and pi/2, such that arc sine x equals y if and only if sine y equals x. Did you get it? Okay. Okay, let's proceed. Okay, so these are the characteristics of the sine function and the inverse sine function. Okay, the first sine function we have here, the y sine x. Okay, so the inverse sine function of that is y is equal to arc sine x, and then sine y equals x. Okay, so the domain of the first sine function, or the domain of that sine function, is all real numbers. Okay, so what is a real numbers? Anyone? What is a real numbers? Yes? Okay. Okay, so real numbers is any number that you can think of, whether it is irrational numbers, integers, whole numbers, and natural numbers. Okay, except the complex numbers, okay? Okay, so the domain of the inverse sine function is -1 and 1, while the range in a sine function is -1 and 1, while the range in inverse sine function is -π/2 and π/2. Okay? Am I too fast? Okay, let's proceed. What is an inverse cosine function? The inverse cosine function, also called arc cosine or the arc cos, is the function y equals arc cos x. Again, is the function y equals arc cos x with domain -1 and 1 and range 0 and pi, such that arc cos x equals y is equal to y, okay? If and only if cosine y is equal to x. Did you get it? Okay, let's proceed. Let's proceed to the characteristics of the cosine function and the inverse cosine function. Okay, cosine function, we have here y equals cosine x. The inverse cosine function of that is y is equal to r cos x. Next, we have cosine y equals x. The domain of the cosine function is, again, all the real numbers, whether it is a rational number, irrational numbers, integers, whole numbers, or natural numbers, okay? Okay, so the domain of the inverse cosine function is -1 and 1. Well, the range in cosine function is -1 and 1. Well, the range in inverse cosine function is 0 and pi. Okay, take note of that. Next, we have here the inverse tangent function. Okay, so what is an inverse tangent function? An inverse tangent function, also called arctangent or the arctan, is the function y equals arctan x with domain all the real numbers and range -π/2 and pi/2, such that arctan x equals y if and only if tangent y equals x. Okay, so you only have the inverse if it is 1 to 1, or the function has an inverse function if it is 1 to 1. Okay? Okay. So these are the characteristics of the tangent function and the inverse tangent function. Okay, the first tangent function we have here, y equals tan x. Okay, the inverse tangent function of that is y is equal to arc tan x. Tangent y equals x. Well, the domain of the tangent function is, how do you read that one? The set of all x such that x is not equal to pi/2 plus n times pi, where n is an integer. Okay, that symbol is called integer. Okay. Okay, so the domain of the inverse tangent function is all the real numbers. Okay. Well, the range in the tangent function is, again, all the real numbers. Okay, the range in inverse tangent function is -π/2 and pi/2. Okay? Okay, take note of the characteristics class, okay? Okay, so I will give you an example. Okay, first example. Find the inverse of y equals 2 sine times 1/2 x. Okay, so to find the inverse of y equals 2 sine x, 2 sine times 1/2 x, the first thing that we need to do is to substitute y, x and y, okay? So we have here x is equal to 2 sine times 1/2 y, okay? So, gi-change ang position sa x ug y, okay? As you observe. Next step is to solve for y. So we have here x is equal to 2 sine times 1/2 y. Next is, after that, you need to what? Divide both sides by 2 to isolate the sign. Okay? Okay, so i-divide na to na siya 2. So we have here x over 2. Nganong na over 2 man siya. Divide both sides. So sa x nga part, mag-divide kag 2. So mahimo na siyang x over 2. Next, nganong ma-sign man na siya pagsunod sa equals. Equal sign. Nganong na-sign man? Kay nag-divide man ka og 2. So, kaganina, 2 sine over 2. So, makancel out ang 2 over 2 kay ngano man equivalent man siya sa 1, okay? So si sine na lang ang mabilin. So copy lang nimo ang times 1/2 y. Okay? Okay, next, apply the arc sine to both side. Okay, apply arc sine to both side. Okay, kani sa first is nana siya arc sine times x over 2. While sa right side or the kaning sa right side, nana siya equals 1/2 y. Nganong 1/2 y? Asa man si sine? Okay, di ba ganina apply arc sine both side. So, kaning si sine ug si arc sine makancel out na siya. Ngano man? Okay, same lang na siya rule sa katong sa square root of ug sa square. Di ba? Sa squared, for example, we have square root of 2. 2 squared. So, makancel siya kay naman siya square, naapod siya square root. Okay? Do you have any question? Okay, none. Okay, very good. Okay, so after that, after we apply the arc sine, mag-multiply na pud ta og 2 both side. Okay, so una ta sa left side, nano na siya 2 kay mag-multiply man tag 2 both side. So we have here 2 arc sine times x over 2 equals, ngano y naman lay nabilin sa right side. Kay nagmultiply man ta og 2. So 1/2 times 2 pila? Kay 1. Nganong 1 man? Kay mag-ano man tanong mag-multiply. So 1/2 times 2. 1 times 2 equals 2. So 2 times 1 tong sa denominator sa 2. Whole number man to siya. So pila ang answer? 2 over 2. So 2 over 2 is equal to 1. So y na lang mabilin. Okay, so therefore, the inverse of the function y equals 2 sine 1/2 x is y is equal to 2 arc sine times x over 2. Okay? Okay, did you get it? Lisod ba siya sayon? Okay, sayon lang. Okay, no? Next. We have here the inverse sine function. Okay, so recall that the inverse sine function has a domain of -1 and 1 and a range of negative pi over 2 and pi over 2. Thus, given y equals arc sine x, the value of y is within the interval negative pi over 2 and pi over 2. Okay? Okay, so I will give you an example of this. Okay, find the value of arc sine square root of 2 over 2. Okay, so to find the value of arc sine square root of 2 over 2, we let the theta equals arc sine square root of 2 over 2. So if sine theta equals square root of 2 over 2, then theta can take on multiple values from quadrant 1 or 2. However, since the range of the inverse sine function is negative pi over 2 and pi over 2, so the theta must be in quadrant 1. So, giunsa man na siya pagkuha. Okay, so, atong hinahinayon no. Recall what arc sine means. Okay, so we have here y is equal to arc sine x. Diba? Okay, so that means sine y is equal to x. So arc sine square root of 2 over 2 is equal to y. Okay, so that means si sine y is equal to square root of 2 over 2. Nagets ba? Okay, so in unit circle, two angles whose sine is square root of 2 over 2. So unsa man na siya? Ang quadrant 1 o quadrant 2. Kaya diba sa quadrant 1 kina siya radian na pi over 4, tapos ang angle niya is 45 degrees. Diba? That is equal to square root of 2 over 2. Then ang quadrant 2 pod naapod siya radian na 3 pi over 4. Nga iyang degrees kay 135 degrees. So, that is equal to square root of 2 over 2. So, same sila. Duha ka angle ang nasa unit circle ang may sign nga value sa sign nga square root of 2 over 2. Okay, so after that, choose the correct angle based on the range of the arc sine. Okay? Diba ang dimension dira is, ang range daw sa inverse sine function is negative pi over 2 and pi over 2. Okay, so, based sa unit circle, kung atuan na siyang i-convert sa degrees is, naatay negative 90 degrees and 90 degrees. Okay, so ang arcsine function sa quadrant 1 sa unit circle is positive. While ang quadrant 4 is negative, diba? Duha man to ka angles ang naay square root of 2 over 2. Okay, ang quadrant 1 o quadrant 2. Tapos, ang gihatag daraan na value sa arcsine is square root of 2 over 2. Positive ba na o negative? Okay, positive. So, ang positive is naa man siya sa quadrant 1 mo ang value sa theta is naa sa quadrant 1. Okay? Nagets ba? Lisod siya, no? Medyo lisod jud siya kung kuan kailangan jud siya sabton jud og maayo. Okay. We have theta is equal to arc sine square root of 2 over 2. So, kung imuha na siyang gamitan og calculator, pwede ka mag type sa shift sign para kay mao man na siyang inverse sa sign. Magamit kog shift, pinduton nimo ang shift sign tapos square root of 2 over 2. So, ang mugawas ana is pi over 4 or 45 degrees. Okay? Okay. Okay, let's proceed. We have here the inverse cosine function. Recall that the inverse cosine function has a domain of -1 and 1, and a range of 0 and pi. Thus, given y equals r cosine x, the value of y is within the interval 0 and pi. Okay? Okay. So, I will give you another example. Find the value of r cos, or the r cosine -1/2. Okay? Okay, so to find the value of r cosine -1/2, first is we let theta equals r cosine -1/2. Okay? Okay, so if cosine theta is equal to -1/2, then theta can take on multiple values from quadrant 2 or 3. However, since the range of the inverse cosine function is 0 on theta, theta must be in quadrant 2. Okay, so isa-isahon na to ni siya no. To ni siya manumanuhon kay para mas masabtan siya. Okay, so we know that cosine 60 degrees is equal to 1/2. Diba? Okay, so itry ninyo sa calculator, ang cosine 60 degrees is equal to 1/2. Okay, tama. Okay, tama. Okay, so ang 60 degrees mo na siya ang reference angle. Okay? Okay, so in a unit circle, cosine value sa quadrant 1 and quadrant 4, kay positive yun na siya, cosine value. While sa quadrant 2 and quadrant 3 is negative jud ang value sa cosine niya sa unit circle. Okay? Okay. Okay, so since cosine is negative and we are in quadrant 2, ano sa quadrant 2 man? Kay ang giingon diri inverse cosine function, di ba? Nag-mention sa diri og the range of the inverse cosine function is 0 and theta. Di ba ang value sa theta is unsa? 180, di ba? Okay? So ang 180 is naa siya sa quadrant 2. Ano sa quadrant 2 man? Ano dili sa quadrant 1? Kay ang total measurement sa quadrant 1 is kutob lang siya sa 90 degrees. So, mao na siya ang right angle, di ba? Okay, so mao nang sa quadrant 2 siya nabilong. Kay 180 man siya. So, 90 plus 90 is equal to 180. Okay, so naata sa quadrant 2. After that, mag-solve ta using theta is equal to 180 minus 60 degrees. Asa gi ko si 60 degrees? Muna siya ang reference angle. So, isolve na to na siya. Equals, bilang answer, 180 degrees or the 180. 180 minus 60. Pila? Okay, answer is 120 degrees. Okay, so muna na siya ang answer. Kani siya is nagbalik-balik ni siya kay based ni siya sa atong last topic. Itong about sa reference angle, di ba? Itong sa quadrant 2, di ba? Pi minus theta sa quadrant 2. Am I right? Okay. So in radians, so kung i-solve din mo na siya using radians, naatay theta is equal to pi minus pi over 3. So, asa gikuha si pi over 3, mo na siya ang radian sa 60 degree. Makita na to na siya sa quadrant 1. Okay? Okay, so, kung si answer, pi minus pi over 3. The answer is, yes, Okay, the answer is 2 pi over 3. Okay, so therefore, we have theta is equal to arc cos or the arc cosine negative 1/2. So, ang answer is katong gisolve na to sa radians, which is 2 pi over 3 or 120 degrees. Okay? Okay. Let's proceed. We have here the inverse tangent function. Okay, so what is an inverse tangent function again? Okay, thank you. Okay, so recall that the inverse tangent function has a domain of all the real numbers, okay, and a range of negative pi over 2 and pi over 2. Thus, given y equals arc tan x, the value of y is within the interval of negative pi over 2 and pi over 2. Okay? Okay, so another example. We have here, find the value of arctan or the arctangent square root of 3 over 3. Okay. So to find the value of arctangent square root of 3 over 3, okay, so we let the theta equals arctan square root of 3 over 3 with coordinates x and y. Okay, so since y is equal to x equals square root of 3 over 3, theta can take on multiple values from quadrant 1 or 3. However, the range of the inverse tangent function is negative pi over 2 and pi over 2. Okay, so theta must be in quadrant 1. Okay, so ato siyang isa-isahon no para dili mo malibog. Okay, so tangent theta is equal to y over x. Okay, so base sa giingon, di ba? The inverse is, ang inverse ana is arc tangent x. Okay, so we have here tangent theta is equal to square root of 3 over 3. Okay, so we know from the special angles that tangent 30 degrees is equal to 1 over square root of 3 equals square root of 3 over 3. Okay, so asa gikuha si 1 over square root of 3? Okay, that is based on the 30, 60, 90 degrees kanuman. Okay? 30 degrees man si tangent, di ba? So, ang gamito nato nga triangle is ang katong 30, 60, 90 aron ma-visualize siya. Mao pud ang tama nga gamiton. Okay. So, giunsa pud pagkuha si square root of 3 over 3. Okay, so we have, di ba naatay 1 over square root of 3. I-times nato na siya og square root of 3 ang numerator ang denominator nga naman kay so dili baya pwede nga mag square root ka sa denominator, so kailangan gina siya nga kwaon. So para mawala ang square root sa denominator, which is katong giingon ako ganina nga 1 over square root of 3, aron di na siya mas square root of 3 ang denominator, i-times nato ang numerator ug ang denominator sa square root of 3. Okay? So, paano siya i-times? Okay, so 1 times square root of 3 is equal to square root of 3. Well, sa denominator, kato square root of 3 times square root of 3, pila answer? Square root of 9. Diba? 3 times 3, 9. Square root of 9. So, square root of 9, pila answer? We have 3. Right? Okay, so 3 ang answer. Okay, so ni come up tog answer ni square root of 3 over 3. Okay, so the reference angle is 30 degrees. Kito so base to siya sa tangent kaganina. Okay, 30 degrees or pila. Tangent 30 degrees, pila siya kung imo siyang gamitan ng calculator. We have, okay, very good. Pi over 6. Okay? Okay, so since ang tangent theta equals y over x is positive, nganong positive man? Positive. Unsa di ang value niya? Square root of 3 over 3. Ba positive man siya? Okay, so since positive man siya, under jud siya sa quadrant 1. Okay, ang quadrant 1 is positive. Positive and positive. Positive ang x ug ang y. While, kung dito ka sa quadrant 3, negative and negative. So, dili siya pwede. Diba? Ingon ka ganina kaysa multiple values from quadrant 1 or 3. Dili siya pwede sa 3. Kaya ang value sa 3 is negative, negative man. Negative sa x coordinate, negative sa y coordinate. So, ang answer is naa siya sa quadrant 1. Okay, positive, positive man siya. Square root of 3 over 3. Na-gets? You have any question, clarification? Okay. So, therefore, we have theta is equal to arctan times square root of 3 over 3. So, ang answer ana is pi over 6 or 30 degrees. So, giunsa again pagkuha si pi over 6. Gamitan man siya calculator tangent 30 degrees. Okay? Okay. Okay, let's proceed. Another example. Find the value of arc sine 11 pi over 6. Okay. Okay, so to find the value of arc sine 11 pi over 6, the first step is to evaluate the expression in the parentheses. Okay, so we have here sine 11 pi over 6 equals negative 1/2. Okay? Okay, so the next step is to solve for the value of the inverse sine function. Since the range of the inverse sine function is negative pi over 2 and pi over 2, arc sine negative 1/2 is in the fourth quadrant. Thus, arc sine negative 1/2 equals negative pi over 6 or negative 30 degrees. Okay, so ato siyang isa-isahon, manumanuhon dyan na to siya solve aron mas masabtan. Okay, so first is mag-convert ta sa 11 pi over 6. Okay, so what is the value of pi again? 100? 180. Okay, so 11 times, diba 11 pi man siya. So, gamito na itong value kung saan ang value sa pi, which is 180. So, 11 times 180, since 11 pi man siya, so ato dyan siyang i-multiply. Okay, so 11 times 180 degrees over 6. Okay, over 6 man na yung denominator, di ba? Okay, so 11 times 180 degrees over 6 or divided by 6 is equal to, pila answer? Okay, the answer is 330 degrees. Okay, so 330 degrees lies in quadrant 4 where the sine value is negative. Okay, so nganong sa quadrant 4 man? Kay 330 degrees man siya. Diba? Dili siya pwede sa quadrant 3 kay pila raman kutob? 270. Diba? Tulo ka 90. 270 lang kutob kung dito ra ka sa quadrant 3. So sa quadrant 4 jud siya. Okay, so ang sign value sa quadrant 4 is negative. So the reference angle, so mag-solve ta sa reference angle. So we have 360 degrees. Okay, so kani siya is reference angle ni siya sa quadrant 4 ha. Okay, quadrant 4 man ta nag-base. Kung asa dito ang atong value sa katong na-convert na. So 360 degrees minus 330. Yung answer. The answer is 30 degrees. Okay, so sine 30 degrees is equal to 1/2. I-try ninyo og type sa calculator. Sine 30 degrees, pila answer? Okay, the answer is 1/2, right? Okay, so since quadrant 4 has negative sign value, ang gamito na to ana is negative 1/2. So makakam up ta og answer nga arc sine negative 1/2. So equals negative pi over 6 or negative 30 degrees. Okay? Okay, always remember dyan ang sign value sa quadrant 4 is negative dyan na siya. Okay? So therefore, arc sine 11 theta, 11 pi over 6 is equal to negative pi over 6 or negative 30 degrees. Nasabtan ba? Nasabtan? Okay. Do you have any question, clarification? Naglibog ba? Okay, so let's proceed. Word problems on inverse trigonometric functions. Okay, so dali na to sa word problems. Okay, so in solving real-world problems involving inverse trigonometric functions, it is important that we know how to find the inverse of a trigonometric function. Moreover, evaluating and graphing inverse trigonometric functions are also necessary skills. Okay, so I will give you an example. A lighthouse with a height of 60 feet is 220 feet away from a fishing boat. Find the angle of elevation from the fishing boat to the top of the lighthouse. Okay, so take a look at the figure. First step is we need to illustrate the problem. Okay, so we let theta be the angle of elevation from the fishing boat to the top of the lighthouse. Okay, so naatay dara ang value sa atong adjacent is 220 feet. While ang atong opposite side is kanang sa kilid kanang height sa lighthouse is 60 feet. Okay? So identify the given values. Again, the adjacent side measures 220 feet. The opposite side measures 60 feet. Okay, so the next step is to apply a trigonometric ratio to solve for the unknown. So based on the given values, we can use a trigonometric ratio for tangent. So we have tangent theta is equal to opposite over adjacent. So mo ni siya ang trigonometric ratio sa tangent. Okay? Itong sa last meeting na itong lesson. So katawa. So mo ni siya ang tawa. Tangent theta is equal to opposite over adjacent. Okay, so we have here tangent theta is equal to 60 over 220. So asa equal si 60? Value siya sa opposite side. Okay? While si 220 is value po siya sa adjacent side. Okay, so we have here theta is equal to arc tan 3 over 11. Giunsa man si 3 over 11? Unsa? Okay, so gi-divide lang na siya both side by 20. Okay? So, 60 divided by 20 is equal to 3. 220 divided by 20 is equal to 11. So, mo nang ni-come up to 3 over 11. So, arctan 3 over 11 is equal to theta we have here, theta is approximately 15.2551 degrees. Okay? So, mo na siya ang angle of elevation from fishing boat to the top of the lighthouse. Okay? Okay. Okay. So, do you have any question, clarification about our topic? Libog ba siya, no? Libog siya? Okay, dili ara. May uban dyan na magkalisod, no? Okay, so question. Question clarification. Kasi paspas ra akong pag-discuss. Okay, so, if wala na yung mangutana, let's proceed to our next activity. So, our next activity is called Angle Challenge. Okay, so I will divide the class into 4 groups. Okay, please count from 1 to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, please proceed to your groups. Okay. Each group must have a paper and pencil or marker. Okay. Okay, so each group shown on screen a situation that involves angles, heights, or distances. Okay, so I will read each situation one by one, and each group must write on their paper the correct inverse trigonometric function or the angle measured in each question. Okay? Did you get it? Okay. Okay, so the first group to answer correctly will receive 5 points, while the other group will only have 3 points in each question. Okay? Okay, nag-prepare na ba og paper each group? Okay. So, let's start. First question. So, kani siya is paunhanay ni siya og answer. Okay? Paunhanay og raise sa paper kung sa answer. If tama mo answer, okay, 5 points. If wala, pwede mag-steal ang laing group. Kasi makatamag answer, may makadawat sa 5 points, while the other groups will only have 3 points. Okay? Understood? Okay. First question. The height of a flagpole is 10 meters, and its shadow is 8 meters long. What inverse function will you use to find the angle of elevation? Okay, 1, 2, 3, start. Yes? What is the answer? Okay, correct. The answer is arctan or the arctangent. Okay, group 1 got the correct answer. Okay, so group 1 5 points, and group 2 3 and 4 3 points. Okay, so take note of that in a 1/4 sheet of paper. Write your scores and also the members. Okay, next question. You know the sine of an angle is 1/2. What is the measure of the angle? Yes, group 2. Okay, the answer of group 2 is correct. The answer is 30 degrees or the arc sine 1/2. Okay, so group 2 got 5 points while the group 1, 3, and 4 got 3 points. Okay, next question. The ratio of adjacent to hypotenuse is 2/3. Which inverse function should you apply? 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, yes, group 3. What is your answer? Okay, the answer of group 3 is correct. The answer is arc cos, or the arc cosine. Okay, so group 3 got 5 points while group 1, 2, and 4 got 3 points. Okay, last question. You are standing 20 meters away from a building and looking up at the top at an angle of 40 degrees. What function would you use to find the building's height? 1, 2, 3, go. Yes, group 4. What is your answer? Okay, the answer of group 4 is correct. The answer is tan or arctan, or the arctangent. Okay, very good. So group 4 got 5 points, while group 1, 2, and 3 got 3 points. Okay, so total your scores, each group. Again, write your members on a 1/4 sheet of paper and please pass it in front. Okay, are you done? Okay, please pass. Okay, so I have a question for you. What are inverse trigonometric functions? What are inverse trigonometric functions? Yes? Okay, thank you for that idea. They are the functions that determine the measure of an angle when the trigonometric ratio, or the sine, cosine, tangent is known. Okay, so they are the reverse of the basic trigonometric functions. Okay? Okay, thank you for that idea. Next question. How do we evaluate them? Again, how do we evaluate them? What is your answer? Yes? Okay, thank you for that. We evaluate them by using special angles, reference triangles, or a scientific calculator to find the corresponding angle of a given trigonometric ratio. Last question. Where can we apply them? Anyone? Yes? Okay, thank you for that. Okay, so we apply inverse trigonometric functions in real-life situations involving angles of elevation and depression, heights and distance, and also in navigation. Okay, so do you have any question, clarification about our topic? None so far. So if none, okay, so get 1 whole sheet of paper and let's have a quiz. Okay, so copy and answer, write it in a 1 whole sheet of paper. Okay, so I will read the instruction. Identify what is being described. Write your answer in a 1 whole sheet of paper. Okay, are you done? Okay, so when you are done, please pass your papers in front. Okay, time's up. Finish or not finish, please pass your papers. Okay, so before we end, I will give you an assignment. Okay, so copy and answer. Okay, so copy and answer your assignment. Okay, so I will read the instruction. Identify the correct inverse trigonometric function used in each situation. Write only the correct function. Okay, for example, we have arctan or the arctangent, arcsine, and arccos or the arccosine. Okay, so write it in a one whole sheet of paper. Okay, copy and answer. Okay, are you done? Okay, so since everybody is done, this concludes our discussion for this morning. Thank you for listening. Goodbye, class. Okay, see you next meeting. Bye.